All right, so glad we're recording here finally. Welcome. Thanks for listening to my first podcast. This podcast is called Cloud Surfing. I named it Cloud Surfing because, as myself here, I'm a private pilot. I love just kind of going up above the clouds, floating around up there. When I was still able to afford how to fucking fly, because as we all know, how much comedians just make a fucking killing paycheck. I really like going up there and just kind of clearing my head, clearing my thoughts, and just kind of floating around and just enjoying the world and taking the view in, man. And I think that's kind of what I want to do here is kind of take a step back from the world, take a step back from the day-to-day life that I live, waking up every day, just doing the grind. Just take a moment and just kind of observe instead of react. You know what I mean? Just kind of take a step here and just look. And we'll just talk about it with everyone. This first podcast is probably pretty short. I'm just going to talk about a couple of goals of mine and who I am. By the way, my name is Jake Ryder. I am a local comedian here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. I'm a comedian because, honestly, that's pretty much all I'm really good at is just kind of talking shit and talking to a lot of people about funny shit. It's kind of what I do. I kind of like to just kind of set the mood right. Be kind of the happier face, the happier tone. I like doing that shit. It's fun. What's okay? Would you rather do this, or would you rather be the guy who goes to work and they're like, "Oh, fucking my job and my goddamn boss, my coworker," and then their wife is like, "Oh my god, seriously, me too." And then my fucking bitch of a coworker, Jill, she did not even ask me first. She went into the kitchen and she microwaved the bag of popcorn, and the butter went all over the place. She didn't even clean it up. I don't want to do any of that shit. That sounds terrible to me. I don't want a day job. I've never really been the type of dude who just kind of wants to do what everyone else does. Fuck that, dude. It's not me. The goal of this, really, is to help me understand, I guess have a better grip of the world around me, and then also kind of help you guys understand where I'm coming from. So when you're hearing my jokes and you're like, Jake, that might have been the most insensitive fucking thing I've ever heard. Yeah, it might have been. But for me, that might have been the least insensitive thing I've said all day. So it's about perception. And I really, I kind of hope that we can kind of get a better perception of each other here. And I know we can, because we're grown adults. Some of you probably aren't grown adults. Some of you are grown adults acting like you're not grown adults. And that's fine too. Most likely, if you're going to leave me a shitty comment, I'll probably just ignore it. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be all keyboard warrior on me. Yeah, so I guess I really should have came up with some shit to talk about before I fucking pushed record here. That's fine though, I don't really need that. Tonight it's going to be an exciting night for me. This week actually has been a pretty exciting week for me. Just about every night this week I've been on stage somewhere, whether it's me being booked or just finding an open mic night somewhere. It's been fucking great, dude. It's been awesome. This shit has been taken off, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Like, I cannot believe that this is happening. You have to understand, like, when I was a kid, I bought that first ever Dane Cook Retaliation CD when he was talking about the fucking shark biting people and the fucking car accident, how much everyone loved car accidents, and I was in the kitchen, and I heard it, so I came out. That type of shit, I was done. Because he says the shit that's in a way that really relates to my type of thinking. And when I say my type of thinking, I mean everything that I think about is in a fucking high energy way. Let's go, boom, 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 boom. I'm constantly thinking fast, go, go, go. I'm talking quickly too. I have to remember that I have to slow down. When I was a kid, I had a fucking awful stutter and a terrible lisp. And I remember it. Like, to the point where I couldn't even fucking talk because I was trying to spit everything out at the same time. Like, my brain presents an idea instead of, like, a sentence. And I have to try to talk the idea out. And it's a weird thing that as the older I get, I'm realizing this is not a thing that, like, most people have to fucking do. So, you know, I get kind of scrambled brains sometimes. Some of my thoughts just kind of go pew, 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 pew. So if I'm ever just talking, and then randomly I'm just kind of over on the left side, and we're just talking, just go with it. All right. At some point here, we're gonna set this up so it's all like live comments, blah blah blah, and I can hopefully live stream it at some point. So that way I can kind of interact with my fan base a little more. Honestly, I cannot even believe how big my fan base has gotten already. This is pretty fucking sick. Dude, like, if I go onto my Instagram and my Facebook and all that shit, dude, I've got dudes from, like, all over the country, people in Canada, couple of you motherfuckers down in Mexico listening, thank you. Couple Germany dudes, I'm pretty sure those are the dudes who are just already my fucking friends from, like, those exchange programs in high school. That's fine, we'll just pretend like they're not, it's cool, fuck it. I can't even, like, it's so fucking crazy. It really is quite the adventure I'm going down here. And I'm supportive, and I appreciate all of your support. I'm glad you guys are supportive of me. I'm not supportive. I'm supportive of me. Yeah, no shit. It's me. I appreciate you being supportive of me. For those of you who've been around with me for quite a bit longer, I'm sure you understand. Like, I've had some rough patches. I've had a couple broken stems here and there, but I've never really given up. And I try not to. And there is a point where you got to make a decision with yourself. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, what are we doing? Are we getting a job? Are we working 9 to 5 the rest of our lives? Or are we going to fucking try to do this? Or are we going to try to make this dream happen? Because, when I was a kid, I was in the Civil Air Patrol, which is like this Air Force Auxiliary cadet program. Fucking flying airplanes and doing all this cool shit. And I really, really wanted to be in the Air Force so goddamn bad. They wouldn't take me. My medical history sucks. Oh, sorry for that. My medical history sucks real bad. So they wouldn't take me. So I was like, alright, how about you guys, Navy? And they're like, no, fam. Army? No, alright. I saved myself the dignity and skipped the door on the right to the Coast Guard. And then I went to the Marines, and they were like, alright, you got a pulse? And I was like, sure do. And they were like, welcome aboard. So I went ahead and I joined this like Marine OCS program. And I actually got away with it for a while because I didn't disclose a couple things that I quote unquote forgot about. And then they found it and they disqualified me from there too. So that dream of being in the military kind of left. And the reason I wanted to be in the military was I really feel I have a different approach to leadership and a different approach to thinking than most people. I really try to consider every single avenue before I make a decision. I want to make sure that I'm making the right decision for not just me and not just you, but for the people who are going to come after us that are affected by this decision. And I think that's something that a lot of, not just the military, but even the workplace is missing. There's a lot of decisions that are made that have a lot of strings attached to it. And a lot of those strings have some unintentional slip knots tied in it. And when you give it a little bit of a toll, it fucking whoop, knot goes out, and then you're slipping right away, and the whole thing's broken before you know it. And I really wanted to make a change. Since I was a kid, I've always felt like I really wanted to make a change in the world. And I think I can still. I was real... You're welcome for that. I got to try to lean away from that. I still got some etiquette to learn. So if you ever be like, hey, Jake, can you not do that shit? I would be like, yeah, I can not do that. Just let me know. Sorry. Yeah, so I still feel like now I can make a change in the world. I still love talking to people, leading people, I still like, being a positive change in people's lives. I understand I sometimes have my fucking shortfalls, man, just like everyone. I fall short all the time. But I try. And I do understand a lot of the times when I'm being a shithead, that while I'm being a shithead, I don't even realize I'm being a shithead. But then when I'm not, and it's after the fact, I'm like, fuck. Why the fuck did I do that? Fuck. I try to make that shit better. And if I haven't, sorry about that. Hopefully you'll maybe hear this and reach out to me and we can figure out a way to get our differences behind us. Been just through a lot of turmoil in my short life. I'm only 25 and goddamn, dude, I have fucking gray hairs everywhere. It's unbelievable. And someone's listening to this right now. Oh, you think you have gray hairs? We just want to tell you about the fucking med school. Shh. Alright? I don't fucking want to hear it. I'm just saying I'm exhausted. Alright? That's it. Yeah, sorry for that little freak out. That's what I mean. Like, what the fuck was that about? My brain will just interject some weird voice, like some schizo, just It's crazy. But, if you're not a little crazy, what's the point of having fun in the world, right? Everyone's a little crazy. It just depends on if you're going to show people or not. And I've always kind of been a show, don't tell kind of guy. I will tell you as well, more of a show and tell, I guess, which makes more sense since that's actually the term, show and tell, not show, don't tell. I don't know why this story's popping in my head, but I really want to say this story real quick, because this needs to be said. I'm putting my foot down right here. This is the end of it, guys. Put my foot down. I've even turned my chair so I can face the microphone so I can be more direct. My hand is flailing. I'm being really serious about this right now. If you weigh 350 fucking pounds, buy 2 airline tickets. That's it. Buy 2 airline tickets. Buy 2. Why? Because you don't fit in one seat. Airlines. If you see someone who weighs over 350 pounds trying to buy a single seat, say no. Say no. You're allowed to. You're allowed to. We don't need to be sensitive towards everything all the time. If you have to be sensitive towards her fat, then why can't you be sensitive about my not being fat? I work out. Not really, but I do a job that's kind of strenuous, so I'm not fat all the time, I'm kind of just 175 pounds is kind of where I'm at. But I want jobs like that. I don't want a day job. I like these part-times that I'm doing, kind of here, there, just whatever. Just these physical labors here and there, because I am too much of a piece of shit to go to the gym, man. I will admit it. If the second someone's like, you want to go to the gym? I'm like, no. The only gym I'm going to is, I'm not going to the gym. I couldn't come up with something fast enough. I'm not going to the fucking gym, though. But if I am watching how I eat, and I'm staying in shape, why am I being punished because somebody else isn't? And I get it. There's some people with thyroid problems and medical issues, and that's not who I'm fucking talking about, and you know it. So shut the fuck up already. I can already hear someone in their fucking headset. I'm just chicken language. I don't want to hear it. I'm saying, if you can't stop eating food, that's not my fault, and you need to buy a second airline ticket. And you need to be honest with the airlines, too, because like I said, I'm a pilot. If you tell them that you weigh 250 pounds, and you weigh 400, what that does is it throws off the weight and balance of the airplane. What's the weight and balance of the airplane, you might ask? Well, when an airplane is magically just floating in the air, it's not actually magically floating in the air. There's science at work here. And yes, science is real, and so are vaccines. Listen, what happens is the wings, you draw a line straight across the wings. You draw a line straight down the airplane, and you draw a line straight up through it. Now, where all those lines intersect, that is the center. That is the center of gravity there. Now, let's say we add more weight to the back. Now, where's that center of gravity going? Backing up. What does that mean? It means that the airplane's going to be nose up. It means that all the weight's going to be in the back, and it's going to be like that Russian 747 that took off, and all the cargo slipped to the back, and they crashed straight down to the earth in 2012 or 13, whatever the fuck that was. Oh, shit was wild. But that's what happens. That's a very real possibility. And we live in such a safe time where everything is so safe that people just assume that bad shit can't happen to them, and if they bullshit, that they'll know. They'll catch it. They have you guys know. I'm telling you, it's unacceptable. Hey, kitty. Oh, my kitty Oshi is next to me. Hi, baby. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? As you can see how much I change. Okay, gonna get some water. I got a water dish over here. All right. Dude, I love these cats, man. They're awesome. I've got right now. I've got 2 domestic short hair cats. One of them's name is Oshi, named after the legend himself, T.J. Oshie. Which any girl out there, if you're trying to date with me, which I know you're not, but if you were, just know if there's one man that I'm gay for, it's T.J. Oshie. Right there, right off the bat. Secondly, I would like everyone to know that my second cat's name is Thunder. And I named her Thunder because I coached a team of kids, and they were called the Dakota Thunder, and they were the best group of rink rats I've ever had in my life. They were awesome, man. Respectful kids, listened, coachable. Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. So the second cat's named after them because I don't ever really